Alrighty, folks. Day quarantine, I don't know. But we're back for another episode of the Drop Talk. Quarantine edition, coming in from, you guessed it, Nova Scotia or somewhere out there, Raph, Derome. I know. Sorry we had to do no crowd this season. Back the ones in Florida, we've had pretty big show outs for our shows. So
I like the new look, Bob. It's looking great on you.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's Ed Sheeran and Tiger King inspired. If you've seen the last one, Harley made that joke, but then also Harley made a very, I would say, rude comment about you. Let's play that clip real quick.
I mean, I think Raph Derome is pretty unbelievable. I know he never put in the effort that he should have, but I think he's pretty unbelievable.
What do you have to say about it?
So, the first thing I said was, wow, that's flattering. Thank you, Harley. Like, I didn't expect Harley to be so nice to me, saying I was the greatest of all time. I was pretty surprised. But then, of course, he followed it with, the guy didn't reach his potential, and he didn't put in the effort. And I was like, what does he mean? So I'm asking you, what did Harley mean? What's going on?
I can only assume that he meant not your writing, but the fact that you never learned English.
Oh, that's what it is. It's not too bad. I mean, it's a little rusty because I haven't talked in a few months, but not too bad, eh?
No, I would have to say that, you've always stayed under the radar, and Harley's been an above the radar guy. And so maybe he just doesn't understand, like, the time that you put in to, create, like, Beyond Perception, which is behind you, and pieces like that. So tell the people, like, how many hours did it take to make something like that?
Yeah, so I guess the kind of work I was doing was not very, it wasn't in the eye of the public, I guess. I was underground working, and then when it came out, that's when I got the reward for it. But I guess it's just a different way. Like, the way Harley did it is way different than the way I did it. And I guess they're both pretty cool in their own aspect, but one gets paid a little more for it than the other, that's for sure. Yeah, one's a rock star and one's just a dirty guy with a nice mustache,
Solid mustache, man. Yeah. Hey,
But Bob, thank you for helping me on that one. You brought him back to reality, saying a lot of nice stuff about me. So thank you.
Yeah, no, I've always said it, that I believe that you are the greatest. Yes, I can agree with Harley on some aspects. I mean, had you bought into the system a little, you would have been a much bigger name, being able to show what you've been doing to more people. But then, hell, that's not you. And you stayed more true to yourself than anyone I've ever met, at your own expense, as we can see, like, literally expense. So, hey.
I agree with that. So I think that's the entire idea. Like, if I didn't do that, it wouldn't be me. So wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, but you made a hell of a career. So
it's not over, Bob. It's not over yet. I'm working on anything here.
What are you working on?
Well, can't talk about it yet, but working on something here.
Really?
Yeah, working on something. One last big one.
Okay. Everyone, Raph Derome. One last hurrah. One last dance. Are you going to hang it up, tell the sponsors no more checks after this? Are you going to accept a cup? I recommend accepting a cup maybe a year after this, if you're really going all out.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's left there,
For those who don't know, Raph has been a vital member of not trying to ride out his later years and end on the high note. So hopefully this is it. You blow our minds one last time, and then we never get. I mean, we haven't heard from you too much anyways, but yeah.
Okay, so what else?
Well, this has been interrogation. We're obviously in quarantine edition.
Yeah.
Give us the rundown. Where are you? What's it like? Are you making out with anyone that has coronavirus?
I'm not making out with anyone, sadly, and I'm stuck in a basement in the middle of the woods.
You know, most people would say that's a lonely way to live, but right now we're saying it's safe. So this is kind of ideal times for you.
I guess so. Yeah. Well said.
You're thriving. Most people, they're missing their friends and stuff.
Well, I've got no friends, so at least.
Josh, you've had all the confidence through these years to like put yourself on the line and make these edits. Is it because you grew up thinking you were tall next to Ollie that you just had more confidence than you actually should have?
That's where I got my confidence from, you know? That's right.
It must have been a shock when you actually got to the real world and realized that you were short and Ollie was just extra short, or how'd that transition go?
I don't know why you say I'm short, Bob. I don't see myself short at all, so let's change subject here. You told me we were going to pull up some photos of our trip in Australia with my sun poisoning history.
Yes, we want to play a video, actually, of me peeling some sunburn off you.
Okay.
Oh! Oh! Okay, so we get this Batman design happening here. God, you would have been so tan if you didn't peel.
Still 10?
No, you're pale. No.
Ah!
Tell the people how painful. What happened?
I don't want to put the blame on my team manager, but I might have to. So Aaron Grace had one little bottle of sunscreen, and he just bought it. And then Bob asked for some, Colin asked for some, then Watson, and then I was the last one, and it was pretty much empty, and he was pretty pissed off. So I didn't want to ask for it. And so I just played it cool, just went in the water, and then came out a couple hours later, and I stayed in the house for 3 days, like just vomiting and not doing great, and kind of pretty much ruined my trip. But I came out, won the event though a couple days later.
You did win the event straight out of. Hey, you were quarantined up from sun poisoning.
Yep. So huge comeback there. That was a big win. What are you drinking? Coors Light.
Coors Light, it's our sponsor.
Nice.
They've been sponsoring us by sending us beers. We had bottles last time. They sent us cans this time. They're trying to show all their product line. Speaking of product line, do you still have a pro model?
I do. Yeah. I just shot one in on. Just shot today for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at that, being productive up there. Tell people about your pro model. Why should they buy that instead of Daniels?
Okay, so for 2020 we have we added some plastic stringers and tip and tails. So the board is a lot softer in the tips, feels a lot better on the water, and we've got FSC wood this year, which is good for the environment. It's we're recycling. We're planting. I don't know how many amount of trees I don't know how many we're cutting, but anyway, it's we're doing better stuff in 2020 is what I'm trying to say right now.
Yeah, look at you go.
And you should buy the board. It's great. Great graphic, too. Joe Highfield did a great job.
Look at you go, Raph. Saving the planet, playing guitar. What more could you ask for?
You want me to play a song for you, Bob?
Yes. Play us a song for sure.
Okay. So I've been playing this song lately. And so this song goes to... This is what I'm trying to say to the industry. That's what I was trying to say my entire career. So here's the chorus to the song Iris. You know that song by Goo Goo Dolls?
Yeah, cheesy ass song. Go.
So that's what I was trying to say all these years. I got pressure here.
Yeah, next time.
Ready?
Ready.
I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. Well, everything's meant to be broken. I just want you to know who I am. That's what I was trying to say, Bob, all this time. That was me talking to you.
It's beautiful. I highly recommend not putting your final edit to that song, but it's a nice chorus you just sang for us. Hey, your voice sounds great.
Shane, maybe you could cut off that part from the edit. This is not. We don't have to put that in. I forgot we were talking to a lot of other people.
So I don't think that necessarily we should not put that in. I think you could gain sponsors by that.
I'm gonna let Parks do his thing. You know, I don't want to steal what Parks is doing right now with all his live concert. But we could do a collab, me rocking Parks. Maybe that'd be the thing.
Dude, that could be your next gig.
Maybe that's it.
You just travel around playing backup guitar, backup vocals, maybe hit a couple leads.
Maybe.
So you've done a lot of stunts. You don't like to call them stunts, but nonetheless, they've been some pretty risky hits or rail builds or all that. To you, which one was the riskiest? And then we're going to play that clip.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I remember being really scared of the chain. That was a scary one.
The chain was a scary one.
The chain was super scary just because that 4x4 was pretty lined up with you, and I didn't know if the chain was going to hold. That was scary. Even I guess I was kind of scared of that waterfall I hit. That's going against you on that bracket because just of the current a lot more than anything else.
Well, you're really trying to sell your trick here, huh?
You know that when that bracket comes out, make sure to vote for the first one. I'll be the first one on top, Bob's second. So, we do look alike, but
hey, I voted for mine over Felix's because I thought mine was definitely better. Sorry, Felix, you're German. But for yours, I'm probably voting for yours. I think they're close. Like, they both have some high risk.
All right. I like you being pretty optimistic, I like it.
Yeah, I also don't think that's still going to be enough for you to win, so I'm not worried about voting. All right, who's your money on to win the Liquid Force Banger bracket?
I'm looking at the followers here. So Harley's got 129K.
You don't think the tricks matter?
And Gunther 22K. I mean, that's just a good hint, It's going to be, I don't know how the brackets are made. I think it's Gunther and Harley on the same bracket.
No, they're opposites.
Oh, they're opposites?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No, they're not.
For Gunther's back 10 or Gunther's?
Oh, you're right. You're correct. So it will be Gunther against Harley, in my opinion. And I think Harley's going to take it with that Crow 9 that he did like 10 years ago.
I'll bet you 10 or whatever fake French-Canadian money you guys use up there, that Gunther takes it.
All right. Deal.
Okay. Shake on that.
We should have tried to pass each other a beer in this thing.
We did with Harley. Go this way. You gotta shake this way.
I gotta go this way or the other way?
That way.
That way?
Hand.
Left hand?
No, right hand.
Right hand.
Yeah.
All right, Bob.
That's a proper shake. All right, let's wrap it up then. Raph, Derome. Merci beaucoup for coming on.
You didn't ask me who I thought was the GOAT.
Oh, yes. We've kept this going every show. We'll end on this last question. Who do you think is the GOAT?
And now it's fun to say because I think your roommate is listening while I'm talking. Is he?
No, he's not. He's outside.
Okay. But anyway, so the greatest is Parks Bonifay, of course. I don't think there's anyone I could say.
Why?
Well, I feel like it's just pretty obvious to me just because he was in his era. Like, you got to compare people to whoever they were riding with, like to their own era, because you can't compare different generations. And Parks in his era was the best all around, like best boat rider. Sorry for this. Best boat rider, best cable rider, just like a rock star off the water. And he was, the guy with the dreads and the Red Bull helmet. And he was like bringing eyes into the sport, and not just like, he wasn't just that rock star guy, but he was also like a rock star on the water in a way. So I think he did it way differently too, but the way he did it was pretty unique, and in my eyes, that makes him the GOAT. No one can really question that, in my opinion.
Well said. For a second language, that was pretty well articulated. No, that's to Harley, not me. No, I second that. That's why I put you in that same category as separating yourself so much from the pack. Now you've done it socially, not even by quarantine orders, just your own doing. So you consistently blow our minds, and we're looking forward to Raph's last banger. So till then, my friend,
Stay safe, Bob. Take care. Take care of that dog too.
Keep growing that mustache. Maybe work yourself into a bit of a mullet too.
I'll work on it. I'll think about it. See you, Bob.
Thank you, guys. Check out Raph Derome's edits. They're on the internet somewhere. You won't be upset. Sayonara, people. See you next time.